This is Psalm 40 and 7. Then said I, Lo, I come in the volume of the book. It is written of me. I want to give all glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostle elders of Great Millstone who rule well. And salutations to all you brothers out there pushing this word in love, truth, sincerity, and humility. Once again, it's the brother Shakti from the Chicago camp, coming back to you with what I hope is another quick and edifying sit down. Once again, this is Psalm 40 and 7. It says, Then said I, Lo, I come in the volume of the book. It is written of me. And this precept was inspired by a lot of the people that come up to the camp and want to tell us that we're not preaching out of the Bible and that the Bible can't be correct because it's not complete. What about the book of Jasher? What about the book of Enoch and other such books that belong in the Bible? And what we try to tell them that we're not denouncing any of those books, but the thing is, if the Lord wanted those in the Bible, he would have put them there. The Bible that we preach out of is the complete word of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai that he wanted us to use to preach this gospel. And what backs this up was that I had a chance to get to Ireland a few months ago. And I had a chance to go to one of their national libraries. And in this national library, I found this gem of a piece here. And it says Biblia Latina. I don't know if you can see that. All right. But in this Bible, it shows you right here all the books of the Bible that we read to you out of the 1611 King James Bible. As you see, you got the books that we all know about: Genesis, Exodus, Numbers, Deuteronomy, okay, Judges, Joshua, Ruth, okay, 1 Kings, 2 Kings, 3 Kings, 4 Kings. Well, we all know that as 1 Samuel, 2 Samuel, 1 Kings, 2 Kings. That's how we read it today. But that's how it was originally named. And then, okay, we got Chronicles. But then guess what's after Chronicles? Ezra 1, Ezra 2, Ezra 3, Ezra 4, Tobit, Judith. All right. Look at that. Ecclesiasticus. All right. Baruch. I mean, the prayer of the three holy children. I mean, all this stuff is right there in front of you. And then you got the prophets, the book of the prophets down here: Hosea, Joel, Amos, okay, Obadiah, Jonas, Nahum. And then we scroll all the way to the bottom. Look here: First Maccabees, Second Maccabees. All these were books that are in the Apocrypha, who many of you all claim it is fake and not a part of the Bible. This is the proof. And then, of course, on the right-hand side, you have all the books of the New Testament. And see, just to prove that, we're going to get a few scriptures and we're going to close this on out. Like I said, I'm not going to make this long. We're going to go to Daniel 7 and 7. Now, for those of you who may know, and then for a lot of you new people who may be part of the influx coming in, when you read the book of Daniel, the Lord gave Daniel a vision, and to sum it all up, Daniel was able to see all of history in a nutshell. The Lord showed Daniel everything, like the great empires that were going to be ruling, starting from the Assyrian Babylonian Empire, the Medo-Persian Empire, the Greeks, the Romans, and America. All right. The Lord showed Daniel these great empires and kingdoms and the symbolism of the people that would be ruling in the future. So with that in mind, like I said, I want to go to Daniel 7 and 7. And it says, after this, I saw in the night vision, and behold, a fourth beast, dreadful and terrible and strong exceedingly, and it had great iron teeth. It devoured and brake in pieces and stamped the residue with the feet of it, and it was diverse from all the beasts that were before it, and it had 10 horns. And when we do our research and studying history, we know that that fourth beast was the Roman Empire. So we go to 2nd Ezra. Like I said, I'm not going to make this long. 2nd Ezra 12. I'm going to start at 10. Well, you know what? You know what? Yeah, I'm going to start at 2nd Ezra 12 and 10. And it says, and he said unto me, this is the interpretation of the vision. The eagle whom thou sawest came up from the sea. It is the kingdom which was seen in the vision of thy brother Daniel, but it was not expounded unto him. Therefore now I declare it unto thee. Behold, the days will come that there shall rise up a kingdom upon the earth, and it shall be feared above all kingdoms that were before it. Okay. Now let's go back to that Daniel 7 and 7. And this I saw in the night visions, and behold, a fourth beast, dreadful and terrible. That sounds pretty fearful to me. Because the beast was this beast right here was the fourth beast in the vision of Daniel. And it says he was dreadful and terrible and strong exceedingly. And it had great iron teeth. It devoured and brake in pieces and stamped the residue with the feet of it. And it was diverse from all the beasts that were before it. And it had 10 horns. Okay. Back to Ezra 12 and 11. You know what? In 13, 2nd Ezra 12, behold, the days will come that there shall rise up a kingdom upon the earth, and it should be feared, terrible, dreadful, above all the kingdoms that were before it. Stamped in residue, stronger than all, more powerful than all the kingdoms before. This is the same vision. Daniel, the Old Testament, 2nd Ezra 12. This is in the Apocrypha. This vision matches up. This is how you know that the Apocrypha is a part of the Bible. Not only that, let's go to let's We're going to go to Daniel again, and we're going to find the prophecy of the he-goat and the ram. Because that's a very important prophecy as well. All right. This is Daniel 8. Yeah, this is what we want. I'm just making sure I'm at the right spot. Salaki. Yep, Daniel 8 and 5. And this was the third kingdom. This was the third kingdom before the beast. So let's read this. Daniel 8 and 5. And as I was considering, behold, a he-goat came from the west on the face of the whole earth, and touched not the ground, and the goat had a notable horn between his eyes. And he came to the ram that had two horns, which I had seen standing before the river, and ran unto him in the fury of his power. And I saw him come close unto the ram, and he was moved with choler against him, this anger, and smote the ram and brake his two horns. And there was no power in the ram to stand before him, but he cast him down to the ground and stamped upon him, and there was none that could deliver the ram out of his hand. Therefore the he-goat waxed very great, and when he was strong, the great horn was broken, and for it came up four notable ones towards the four winds of heaven. And out of them came forth a little horn, which waxed exceedingly great towards the south, and towards the east, and toward the pleasant land. Now, when you read this prophecy, as I said before, and you study history, you know that this is the prophecy. The he-goat is Alexander the Great, or Alexander the Snake, as I call him, because nothing was great about him. Okay? That third beast, okay, the leopard with the four wings, as you might read in another part of Daniel, but in this instance, it's the he-goat. All right, that had one great horn, and then it eventually broke, and it had four horns. Now, if you don't have the Apocrypha with you, how do you know when the Grecians came into power? Because without the Apocrypha, you go from Babylon, Assyrian, to Medo-Persian, to the Roman Empire. Where's the third empire? Where are you going to find in the Bible, without the Apocrypha, the times in history where the Grecian Empire came into power, with its leader being Alexander the Great? You won't find it. The only place that you can find this is in the Apocrypha. And to prove that, we're going to go to 1 Maccabees, the first chapter, okay, starting at the first verse. And it says, and it happened after that Alexander, son of Philip the Macedonian, who came out of the land of Chittim, as smitten Darius, king of the Persians and Medes, that he reigned in his stead the first over Greece, and made many wars, and won many strongholds, and slew the kings of the earth, and went through to the ends of the earth, and took spoils of many nations, insomuch that the earth was quiet before him, whereupon he was exalted, and his heart was lifted up. All right. What did it say in Daniel? That nobody could deliver the ram out of the he-goat's hand? That's this right here. Let's continue to read. And he gathered a mighty strong host, and ruled over countries and nations and kings, who became tributaries unto him. And after these things he fell sick, in his power, the horn broke, as said is in Daniel, and perceived that he should die. Wherefore he called his servants, such as were honorable and had been brought up with him from his youth, and parted his kingdom among them while he was yet alive. So Alexander reigned 12 years and then died, and his servants bare rule, every one in his place. Those are the four horns. And after his death, they all put crowns upon themselves, so did their sons, and after them many years, and evils were multiplied in the earth. All right. And those horns represent the four generals that took over once Alexander died. That's that great horn that broke and the four popped up. And they ruled in all the corners of the earth. I believe it said every winds when you go to Daniel. And when it said that little horn came up in Daniel, here we go again. First Maccabees 1:10. It says, and there came out of them a wicked root, Antiochus, surnamed Epiphanes, son of Antiochus the king, who had been a hostage at Rome, and he reigned in the 130th and 70th, that says the 7th year of the kingdom of the Greeks. And you know, I had another precept, but the point has been made. So clearly, as you can see, the Apocrypha is part of the Bible. Okay, all the books of the Apocrypha are part of the Bible. I mean, because if I was to do other examples, this sit down would last the whole day. But I just wanted to get some very key ones to just show you that the Apocrypha is a part of the Bible, as you see once again in this picture. Okay, 1st and 2nd Ezra, Tobit, Judith, 1st and 2nd Maccabees, so on and so forth. So for all you scoffers out there that want to talk about the Bible needs Jasher, the book of Jasher and Enoch to be complete, or that the Apocrypha is not a part of the Bible, you are clearly unlearned in the scripture, and you need to start watching some videos by the apostle elders of Great Millstone to be taught in the correct way that yet through the spirit and the power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua has given us. So with that being said, I want to give all glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Double honors to the apostle elders of Great Millstone who rule well, and salutations to all you brothers out there pushing this word in love, truth, sincerity, and humility. With that, we're going to say shalom.